Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. It's raining men for Hope Logan. Hope Logan made a miraculous transformation on The Bold and the Beautiful. Right before our eyes, she went from social pariah to the most eligible bachelorette in Los Angeles. But Carter Walton, Lawrence Street Victor, would most likely have an issue with that title. Can Carter lock Hope Logan, Annika Noel, down before one of her exes does? Keep reading to find out what's happening next on Bold and Beautiful. Spoilers ahead. It was just a few months ago that Hope was following Steffy Forrester's, Jacqueline Myth-Sinswood, husband around like a lovesick schoolgirl. Somehow she managed to get past the mortifying kiss debacle with Dr. John Finnegan, Tanner Nublin, and the men are kicking down her front door looking for love. B&B spoilers say Carter Walton is determined to be Hope's knight in shining armor. Sparks are flying between the two. But Carter has some unexpected competition. After a messy divorce and toxic co-parenting, Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, has decided he wants to reunite his family and reconcile with his ex-wife. Dollar Bill's son is not going to take no for an answer and will be pulling out all the stops to prove to Hope that he's the man for her. Carter Walton and Liam Spencer are actually friends and have never had any issues with each other over women. That's most likely because Carter has never expressed any interest in Hope or Steffy until now. It will be interesting to see if Carter and Liam will handle their new love triangle like adults, or if this will eventually end up flying. In other soap news, Bold and the Beautiful spoilers have been hinting for a while now that Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson, will be returning soon. With all of the drama at Forrester Creations with Hope for the future, we're surprised he stayed away this long. When Thomas returns and learns that Carter and Liam are fighting over Hope Logan, will he decide he wants to be with Hope again too? Hope Logan's life had always been a whirlwind of emotions, drama, and complicated romances. But lately, the storm had turned into a downpour, a literal rain of men vying for her attention. The once simple life Hope had envisioned seemed like a distant memory. Her heart was still reeling from her recent split from Liam, but in its wake, she gained the attention of not one, not two, but three attractive suitors. Each one seemed to step into her life like clockwork, each with his own unique charm, history, and reasons for pursuing her. It wasn't just a love triangle, it was shaping up to be a love quadrangle. First, there was Thomas Forrester. Handsome, intense, and passionate, he'd always been drawn to Hope, sometimes obsessively so. But this time, he insisted that he changed. Therapy, self-reflection, and countless apologies seemed to mark a new beginning for him. And as much as Hope remembered the past hurt he caused her, she couldn't deny that the chemistry between them was electric. Thomas was a new man, or so he claimed, and he wanted a fresh start with Hope by his side. He was convinced that they were destined for each other, and Hope could see that he meant every word. But could she trust him after everything they'd been through? Then there was Finn. Recently single, having ended his relationship with Steffy, Finn was trying to find solace and new direction in his life. Their paths crossed unexpectedly at Forrester Creations, where Finn had been consulting on a wellness campaign. Their conversations were easy, laughter frequent, and there was an unspoken understanding between them. Finn's calming nature and gentle demeanor were exactly what Hope needed, especially after all the chaos in her love life. There was no drama, no hidden agendas. With Finn, things were simple, straightforward, and filled with genuine warmth. She could see herself finding peace with him, but was that enough to build a relationship on? And then came the wild card, a newcomer to Los Angeles and a blast from the past. R.J. Forrester had returned from Europe, bringing with him his longtime friend and confidant, Marco Santino. With piercing green eyes, a dazzling smile, and a foreign charm that left everyone captivated, Marco was turning heads, including Hope's. Unlike Thomas or Finn, Marco was a fresh start in every sense. He wasn't tied to the tangled web of drama that was Hope's history in Los Angeles, and he offered her the chance to see life through new eyes. Marco was fearless, adventurous, and utterly uninterested in her past romantic entanglements. For him, Hope was Hope, radiant, compassionate, and kind. And for Hope, Marco was like a breath of fresh air, a reminder that there was life beyond the ever-rotating door of past lovers. In the days that followed, Hope found herself pulled in different directions by each man. She spent evenings with Thomas, discussing design ideas, sharing intimate conversations that went deeper than work, and lingering gazes that were hard to ignore. He changed, she could feel it. But could she really trust her heart in his hands again? During her lunches with Finn, she felt a different kind of comfort, a grounding influence she hadn't known she needed. They would sit together in silence, sharing stories about their families, laughing over silly anecdotes, and talking about their shared dreams for a calm, drama-free life. It was simple, but the simplicity made her feel safe, cared for. And then there were the days when she'd find herself bumping into Marco, who seemed to know just when she needed a spontaneous adventure. They'd drive along the coast, stopping at hidden beaches, laughing like teenagers, and getting lost in the excitement of discovering the city through his eyes. With him, Hope felt as if she could leave everything behind, free herself from the entanglements of her past, and start fresh. It was all incredibly confusing. Hope was living in a romantic paradox, her heart pulled in three directions, each man offering her a different vision of love. One evening, Brooke called her to the house for an urgent talk. She could sense her mother's disapproval and caution from the moment she walked in the door. Brooke had seen her daughter's heart break too many times, and she wasn't about to let Hope throw herself into the fire once again without serious thought. "Hope," Brooke began, her tone firm but loving, "I understand that all these men want a chance to be with you. But you need to think about you. Who do you really see yourself with? You can't go back and forth forever." Hope sighed. "I know, Mom. I don't want to make the same mistakes." Thomas says he's changed, and I believe he's trying. But I don't know if I can ever fully trust him. And Finn, he's so safe and comforting, but I worry that's all we'll ever have, comfort. And Marco, he's so new, so fresh. Being with him feels like a second chance at a new life. Brooke leaned forward, eyes filled with concern. "Do you want to escape your past or embrace it? You know I'll support you no matter what, but Hope, make sure this decision is yours, not influenced by anyone else." That night, Hope found herself sitting alone, gazing at the stars as she replayed her mother's words in her mind. She had to make a choice, not just for herself, but for her future. It was a decision that would affect not only her heart, but the lives of those around her. In the days that followed, she took time with each of them. But this time, she looked beyond the chemistry, beyond the comfort, and asked herself if they fit into the life she truly wanted. Hope's journey wasn't over, it was just beginning, and she knew that the choice she made wouldn't be easy. In a world full of broken hearts, shattered trust, and new beginnings, Hope Logan stood at the center of her own story, ready to write her next chapter. And as the rain poured down in Los Angeles that night, Hope felt a sense of clarity, her heart beating to the rhythm of a new decision, a new beginning. The question was no longer who would love her, but who she would choose to love in return.